The first time anyone saw her, they went silent. A tiny kitten had walked through the doors of the shelter. But she looked nothing like any cat anyone had seen before. Her face was swollen. Her neck had ballooned outward. Her entire body was puffed up like someone had inflated her from the inside. Round and tight as a balloon ready to burst. Only her eyes were still herself. Clear, calm, and alive. She wasn't panicking. She wasn't writhing in pain. She was simply there, quietly. As if she still believed the world was a place worth trusting. Dr. Phil Caldwell, medical director at the Palm Springs Animal Shelter, has spent decades in this work. He has seen accidents, diseases, recoveries that defied every expectation. But this day was different. Standing over that small creature on the examination table, he said quietly, "This is the craziest veterinary case I've seen in quite some time." Her name was Zoe, a name that means joy. And yet here she was, standing before the world, in the least joyful shape imaginable. The diagnosis was subcutaneous emphysema. In medical terms, subcutaneous emphysema is a rare condition, in which air becomes trapped beneath the skin. With every breath, air that should flow through the trachea leaks out through some damaged gap and spreads under the skin throughout the body. In Zoe's case, her trachea had been injured. Most likely, it happened in an encounter with another animal. Somewhere in an alley, or someone's backyard. This small creature had come face to face with something far larger and stronger than herself. What happened in the moments after, no one knows. But Zoe made it here. That much was certain. Dr. Caldwell didn't fully rule out the possibility that Zoe may have been born with a tracheal abnormality. But right now, the cause could wait. What mattered was stabilizing the life in front of him. Zoe was too small, too fragile. She couldn't withstand invasive diagnostics. So the doctor made the simplest, and perhaps the bravest, choice available to him. He picked up a needle. At the neck, at the chest, along the back, carefully, deliberately. Each time the needle passed through her skin, the trapped air escaped in silence. Like a balloon slowly deflating, Zoe's body began to find its shape again, little by little. Not all at once. There were still small pockets of air left beneath her skin. And when you held her, she felt almost like bubble wrap under your hands. The doctor said, "It doesn't seem to bother her. She seems very comfortable." Those words stayed with me. Very comfortable. Despite everything her body was going through. Despite the strangeness of her condition, Zoe was comfortable. She likely had no idea what she looked like. She only knew that she was warm. That she was safe. That someone was there beside her. If animals teach us anything, perhaps it is this. Not to worry about how strange we look to others. That if there is warmth in this moment, that is enough. On March 11th, Zoe's X-rays were taken. The results were better than anyone had hoped. The air in her body had decreased significantly, and her condition was steadily improving. Dr. Caldwell shared the update on Instagram with the thousands of people who had been waiting and watching and hoping. "She's doing much better. There are still a few pockets of air, but it's not too bad." The shelter announced that Zoe would soon be moving to a foster home. Having surpassed the 2-pound benchmark required for the transition, that small body crossing that small threshold felt, somehow, like something worth celebrating. One number. One new beginning. Zoe would soon go to someone's home. A place with a warm blanket, a food bowl, and a person who would call her by name. When I first came across this story, I couldn't shake the image. A kitten, puffed up like a balloon, standing alone at the door of a shelter. I don't know what she was thinking in that moment. Maybe she was frightened. Maybe she was in pain. Maybe she was just hungry. But she came. With a damaged body, she walked toward the place where help could find her. Nobody told her to come. Nobody promised her it would be okay. She just came. Isn't that what living always looks like? Moving forward with a body that isn't perfect, in a situation that isn't perfect. Taking the next step anyway. We tell ourselves we are too small, too broken, too strange for the world to accept us. There are days when we convince ourselves that knocking on that door is pointless, that no one will answer. And we give up before we ever try. But Zoe didn't do that. Without even knowing she was inflated like a balloon, she simply walked in. Maybe it was that very innocence that saved her. Human beings know too much. We know how deep our wounds go. We know our limits. We know how unforgiving the world can be. And sometimes, that knowledge slowly drains the courage out of us. We calculate the outcome before we take the first step. We fear rejection. We feel ashamed to ask for help. But what Zoe showed us was something simple. If you want to live, first get yourself to the door. That's enough. The rest is done by the people on the other side. The ones who pick up the needle, who take your temperature with warm hands, who stay through the night. We don't have to carry everything alone. We just have to get to that door. That is the smallest, and perhaps the greatest, act of courage available to a living thing. There is a quiet truth that runs beneath this story, one that asks something of us in return. When someone arrives at your door, broken and strange and barely holding together, do you turn away, or do you pick up the needle? The world is full of Zoes, full of small lives that have found their way to a threshold, not knowing if anyone will open it. The question is not whether they will come. They always do, in one form or another. The question is whether we will be the kind of people who are waiting on the other side. Zoe didn't need us to be perfect. She just needed us to be present. I hope with all my heart that Zoe makes a full recovery and spends her years curled up in someone's warm arms. And if you are watching this today, whatever shape you happen to be in right now, I want you to know something. The fact that you are here is already enough. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be whole. Just being here, still breathing, still taking the next step, that is already an act of courage. Zoe, a little one whose name means joy. May the day come soon when she finds her real joy. Thank you for walking through this story with us today.